10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, this is Brian here, the UK Bitcoin Master, back with another video in my series Bitcoin for Beginners. Welcome back to the channel. Today is the 23rd of January 2020, but as I record this, you'll notice I'm still on holiday, so it's recorded on the 22nd of January 2020, going out to you all on the 23rd of January 2020. As always, people, have a strong Bitcoin hand. That is the name of the game on this channel. You know that. Do like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, bash the bell button so you get notified when I go live. Follow me on Twitter at UK Bitcoin Master. You will find me on bitbacker.io, on BitTube, on Library TV, on DTube, all of those platforms at UK Bitcoin Master or /UK Bitcoin Master. Really great to be with you all. Hopefully I'm going to be in the chat right now, but when this airs, I'm probably going to be sat on the greatest car park in the world. It's called the M25 motorway, trying to get home from the airport after landing back in the UK. So if I can, I will be in the chat with you all. If I'm not in the chat, have a fantastic show and pound that like button, people. Finally, before we get into the news, you know what my channel's about. Buy your Bitcoin, get it off an exchange onto a Trezor, and then get on and enjoy your life, and don't look at charts, because if you do, the charts will send you stir crazy. If you are brand new to this channel, we know that Bitcoin is extremely volatile, and whilst it can shoot up $1,000, it can quickly shoot down $1,000. So by looking and studying the charts, it's just gonna make you go mad. Okay, if you can just bear with me, I want to get the preliminaries out of the way, if I may, and just to cover myself, I'm sorry if this bores you, but I'm not giving financial advice. Nothing I say is meant to be financial advice, so don't take it as financial advice. It is just me, Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master, after close to 3 years down the rabbit hole, sounding off about my passion for Bitcoin. But if you're going to buy any, do your own research. Never buy what you can't afford to lose. That's key. Never buy Bitcoin on credit cards, on loans, or anything like that. Only buy what you can afford to buy and realistically afford to lose. If I can just pop up the two websites, there we go. ukbitcoinmaster.com is where you will find every Bitcoin video I've ever done since I started YouTubing. At the time of this recording, it was 23rd of May 2018. So in May 2020, it'll be 2 years, obviously. So you'll find all those videos there. If you want to check out all the live interviews that I've ever done with some of the greatest thought leaders, in my opinion, in the Bitcoin space, then you need to head over to bitcoininterviews.com and you will find them all there. And finally, for those of you that do want to leave a lightning tip, there we are. There's my QR code. There's my tipping.me address. You can do that if you so choose, but as I've said a million times before, I'm not running this channel for any type of financial gain. But there have been guests on my show in the chat that have said, how are we supposed to drop you a tip? If that's you, there's the lightning tip link over there. Okay, so let me get into the news, because I am, again, as you can see, around the swimming pool. I've got no power in, my fan's going mad, and I really don't know how long the battery will hold up, as well as the light as well. So let's get into some of the news, if I can find the tab that gets me into the news. There you go. When I'm not at home, when I'm not in the studio and I haven't got my second monitor, everything's got to be done on one. It's like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. So let's get the desktop up. Hopefully you can see the desktop. There we are. There is my desktop. As you can see, we are still hovering around the 8.6 mark, so nothing dramatic going on at the moment within Bitcoin. We obviously know that the halving is galloping towards us in early May. I haven't lived through a halving, so I can't tell you what's going to happen through a halving. If you want to know what that's about, head over to Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister show, because he has lived through halvings. Am I excited about the halving? You bet. Can't wait. I want to see what happens when we come out the other side of it, when the amount of Bitcoins produced every 10 minutes is cut in half from 12.5 Bitcoins to 6.25 Bitcoins, which in my opinion would then drive the scarcity aspect of why Bitcoin would go up in value. So there we go. So that's what's going on with the Bitcoin price. A few articles that I found. Now, obviously, this has been recorded the day before on the 22nd, so anything I say, there might be more news out there as you're watching this live, but these are the articles that I found that I wanted to talk to you about today. Here's one that says how Bitcoin returns are dwarfing investors' expectations. I think it was referring to the fact that a recent survey on crypto Twitter has revealed that a lower annual rate of return would be expected for almost 40% of the people questioned. In reality, Bitcoin investments have made a whole lot more. That's the key. Underestimate, over-deliver. Don't overestimate, under-deliver, because psychologically that feels like a negative. It says here, Bitcoin, whoops, let me move this screen out of the way. It says Bitcoin investors expect less than 30% returns. That was the headline. Then it says a recent study conducted by industry observer Nick Carter has revealed some interesting findings on expectations on return on Bitcoin investments. Over 1,700 people were polled, and almost 40% of them said that 10 to 30% annually would be required in order to accept the exposure and volatility of investing in Bitcoin. So what they were saying is they would be happy with a 10 to 30% return to put up with all the volatility. Okay, if I scroll down here, what it actually says here, in 2019, Bitcoin started the year trading at around 3.8, while ending it around 7.2, yielding a gain of almost 90%. But compared to previous years, excluding 2014 and 2018, Bitcoin actually underperformed in 2019. The average, according to Carter's figures, is around 390% per year over the last decade. My Lord, try getting anything like that in your bank. So if Bitcoin were to perform the same again over the next 10 years and you'd have invested, would you be a happy bunny? I'm not saying to invest, you must do your own research, but my own personal opinion is Bitcoin is a really good investment, and obviously this article is sort of, I guess, backing that up. Here we go again. YouTube bans Bitcoin videos again. When will it end? Now, again, I don't know the ins and outs of this. I just found the article, but what I do know is when we look down at the article, somebody that I tend to watch a lot of his shows is, where are we? Ivan on Tech. Ivan on Tech has got quite a decent channel, and his was taken down again, and I think around Christmas his whole platform disappeared completely, and then they brought it back up again. So I actually agree with Bitcoin Meister. I don't think YouTube are actually personally attacking crypto content creators. I just think it is YouTube stuffing up with their algorithms. But the point is, the reason I say to you that my videos are up on all those other platforms, bitbacker.io, BitTube, DTube, library.tv, that I've started to upload all of my videos to, is so that if YouTube does go down, if YouTube does censor anything of my content or close my platform, at least I've got somewhere else that people can view my videos, and that is so important to me. United Kingdom plans to track transactions made with Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP or Ripple. Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, a non-ministerial department of the UK government responsible for the collection of taxes, is looking to purchase a tool that can track transactions using Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP and other altcoins. The measure is similar to that taken by the US SEC. So they're just trying to track what is going on. But here's the thing, if you're looking at your privacy aspect, if you're watching how you're moving your coins, if you're not trading and dipping in and out of fiat currencies, you should be okay. If you buy your Bitcoin, get it onto your Trezor and then do nothing, you know, with a bit of luck, you're gonna be okay. So just be mindful of that, people. You know, we knew it was gonna come. This is gonna be a war. Governments, banks, etc., they're not gonna go down without a fight, for sure. Okay, I don't even think they're going to go down, but they're certainly going to fight us all of the way and do everything they can to claim their taxes. Me, I'm not interested in tax evasion. I am interested in tax avoidance, and that is avoid paying tax unless you have to. That's always a good thing. So there you go. One more article I found, and we're back on the Schiff saga yet again. We've all heard on crypto Twitter that he's been jumping up and down saying that he's lost all of his Bitcoin, and then crypto Twitter have jumped all over him saying, well, you shouldn't have lost your keys, etc., etc. This article is headed up, does Peter Schiff losing his Bitcoin reveal the shortcomings of the technology? You know what? No. I believe that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency gives us, the individual, the chance to take back financial sovereignty, but with that comes a price, and the price is to protect your coins, protect your seed words, protect your private key, don't lose it. And I think too many people, even right now, we're so early in all of this, that too many people are just reckless with their private keys or their seed words. As far as this goes, I don't think he's lost them. I think he was just reckless. And it says here, so you must have now heard all about gold proponent and Bitcoin detractor Peter Schiff losing all of his Bitcoin. There's a strap line coming at the end, or a punchline, that he didn't buy himself but received from the crypto community in their attempt to get him started and turn him into a BTC enthusiast by having him understand the technology. What happened, as Schiff explains on Twitter, my wallet got corrupted somehow and my password is no longer valid. So now not only is my Bitcoin intrinsically worthless, it has no market value either. I knew owning Bitcoin was a bad idea. I just never realized it was this bad. Now, if I can find this punch line, I think it was Pomp saying, same thing happens to your email if you're irresponsible and forget your password, Peter. So personally, because Peter Schiff has no interest in Bitcoin, I don't think he's taken the time to secure the coins that he's been given. Heaven knows why we should be giving Peter Schiff Bitcoin when he's already a multi-millionaire, maybe even a billionaire, I don't know, when there's people like Pastor Phil out there who had a hacker steal his Bitcoin and nobody wants to donate to Pastor Phil. What's going on in the crypto world, people? You know, don't donate Bitcoin to this guy, donate it to a worthy cause that really, really, really needs it. Oh, there's one more article. A bit of a sad affair. I don't know who Tomas Blumer is, but you know, it's always sad when we lose somebody that's apparently contributed so much to the Bitcoin community. Apparently this gentleman has just died. Tomas Blumer, a Bitcoin developer since 2012 and founder of several groundbreaking Bitcoin-focused projects, reportedly passed away on January the 12th, 2020 after a long fight with cancer. Among Blumer's contributions to the Bitcoin ecosystem were Rust Bitcoin, a project focused on creating a Bitcoin network library written in the Rust programming language, Cointerra, an early ASIC miner manufacturer, and Bitcoin technology companies Bits of Proof, which was acquired and decentralized finance company Digital Asset Holdings, where Blumer served as a chief ledger architect. So, you know, again, I don't know this gentleman, but equally, it's a very sad time when we lose somebody that appears to have been so prominent in the Bitcoin space in the early days. So from me, and I'm hopefully from all of you guys in the audience, RIP Tomas Blumer. Okay, I found a few tweets worth sharing with you. Rhythm Trader again. Already this year, 16 German banks have introduced negative interest rates onto their private customers. Well, that's not good. Meaning they're being charged a fee by the bank to save money. So they're now being charged to save money. Bizarre. There is a tax on saving your wealth, which in Bitcoin can only improve your wealth. Blogport breaking. Global central banks form a commission to explore the use of digital currencies. I think it's the Central Bank Digital Currencies Group or something, the CBDCs. And apparently Bank of England, Bank of Canada, Japan, European Central Bank and Swiss National Bank are getting together to look at digital currencies. Do I think that's a good thing for the space? Absolutely. We need more adoption, we need more eyes on Bitcoin, we need more ordinary people coming into the ecosystem, and as they come into the ecosystem and they find these types of coins, Fed coins if you want to call them that, ultimately I think they will then migrate at some point or another either out of crypto if they get wrecked, or over to Bitcoin when they see and start to understand why Bitcoin is head and shoulders above the rest. So, yeah. Mr. Mahmudov, sorry if I butchered your name there. Familiarity breeds investment. Bitcoin awareness in the US grew from 77% in the fall of 2017 to 89% in the spring of 19, despite the bear market. The more familiar people are, the harder the FOMO will kick in. FOMO, for if you're new, is fear of missing out. Wait until they start hearing about Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high in the next bull run. You know what? Then it's over. It is, you know, it is, I'm not saying it's too late to get in, but you want to get in when it's a bear market. So when the markets are down, buy. When the markets are up, hold. Don't sell and then try and buy low again, because Bitcoin will catch you out and you will get wrecked, I promise you. One more tweet I found. Breaking news. After a stressful, put your teeth back in, a stressful Supreme Court hearing, the Reserve Bank of India conceded that Bitcoin and crypto assets are not illegal in the country. Voila. I said weeks ago that if India continue this route of saying that Bitcoin and crypto is illegal in India, they are going to lose out in this ecosystem big time. They don't want to be doing that, and apparently now they've seen sense and they're now saying that, you know, it is not illegal in the country. As always, do check out justlearnbitcoin.com. That is my show sponsor. They've got everything over there. If you click and go in and go down the rabbit hole, you'll see that you can learn to trade. There's consulting packages there. I'm on the tab for the shop. You can see this lovely bracelet. I'm wearing my Bitcoin bracelet. This is an adjustable one. I would encourage you to check these out. They really are lovely bracelets. You can also go into the apparel store, and as you can see here, there's all sorts sorts of merchandise that one can purchase to promote Bitcoin. But what I'd like you all to do, obviously, as I always do, is head back to just inside the home page, scroll down and find the tab here that says, please help return 14.2 BTC to Pastor Phil and his family. And if you click that tab, that will take you here. This is the home page of the site dedicated to helping this lovely man get 14.2 Bitcoin back that he was scammed out of whilst doing a firmware update on his Trezor. So you can scroll down and see the sponsors and the people that have endorsed the site. I did a video with Pastor Phil and the great Rocky Palumbo, who might be in the chat right now. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not there. This is a premiere and I'm on the motorway, as I've already said. But it explains how Phil lost his coins, how he was scammed when simply doing a Trezor firmware update. It could happen to anyone, and it happened to this lovely guy. And my mission is to keep promoting this cause until people donate to the cause. Maybe we catch a whale or two who hears Phil's story and maybe donates a half a Bitcoin, a 1, 2, whatever Bitcoin, because they're a millionaire or a billionaire. That's my hope. But if all of us go over and donate, I don't know, $5, if 100 people donate $5, we've got $500, just $5, a couple of cups of coffee. You know, if 1,000 people donate 5, you know, we've got, you know, maybe close to a Bitcoin. You know, that's all we're looking for. Lots of people making a tiny, tiny donation. If you click the middle tab, it takes you to the family story, which is headed up Bagpipes, Bitcoin and Broken Dreams. I would encourage you to read that. It's just a heart-wrenching story of how Phil lost his coins. The final tab, the wallet tab at the top there, Rocky Palumbo has kindly put up the transaction ID that scammed Phil out of his Bitcoin, as well as every transaction Phil ever made to purchase and grow his Bitcoin pot for his family. So, you know, if I can encourage you, at the bottom of all these pages, there's a link that you can click that will take you over to this page, which is Tallycoin. And I've been running this campaign consistently twice a week on my show to try and pull a bit of Bitcoin back for Pastor Phil. And if I'm absolutely honest, and I have to be honest, it's my channel, I'm allowed to be and tell how I feel. I'm sort of pretty disgusted really that in 8 months we got 17 donations. You know, if you are watching this channel, are you sharing the link across your social media? Are you? Have you been over and made a tiny donation? Because if you don't want to donate your Bitcoin, maybe a little bit of Litecoin or a bit of B-Rhodium, you can donate with those. So I'm imploring you, each and every one of you, if you haven't already, head over and make a tiny donation to return Pastor Phil's coins. This guy was a pastor in the church for 16 years, served in the American forces back up for Vietnam. Him and his wife took in disadvantaged children and brought them up as their own. He's done nothing but good in the community, and now he's totally devastated because what he had hoped to leave for his loved ones on his passing has now gone. And I'm asking the community to get over to Tallycoin and support this great cause. Thanks for listening to that part. You know I'm big on quotes. I want to pull the show together with this one. Who you are tomorrow begins with what you do today. Now just think about that in terms of Bitcoin. What happens to you over the coming decade will be determined by what you do right now in terms of accumulating some Bitcoin before that price rockets, and it is going to rocket. So I always try to bring excuse me, the quotes in line with Bitcoin, and here's what I'm saying. What you do today will determine how your life looks tomorrow, next decade, the decade after that, how your descendants' lives look based on the legacy you leave them by accumulating some Bitcoin. No financial advice intended. from my own heart, Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master, you can see my t-shirt there. I encourage you to start to stack Satoshis, buy some Bitcoin for yourself, because if you do, I can't guarantee anything. The only thing I can guarantee in life is death and taxes. There's nothing else that I can guarantee for sure. But you know, it gives you the best option possible to stack some Bitcoin for you and your family and give yourself, you and your family a better life. So people, that is the show for today. I don't know whether I made it into the chat or whether I was stuck on the motorway, but I hope you enjoyed the information. If you did, please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, bash the bell button so you get notified when I go live. Please leave a comment, good or bad, against the video. I'm always interested in people's feedback with the topics that I cover. I will be back on Monday with my regular Bitcoin show, 6 p.m. UK time, back in the studio. Monday I'll be announcing my live guest for Thursday. That's next Thursday, a week today, so look out for that on Monday. Apart from that, peeps, have a fantastic Bitcoin morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Have a great weekend, and then I will catch you all on Monday. I am Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master, signing off for now. Strong hand Bitcoin, people. Click on the squares as they all come up. I'm signing off. Have a great weekend. Catch you all on Monday.